Hi there and welcome to Maggie's February Abdominal Challenge. So we're into the final week and today 22 today. So we're going to go into the knee tuck and extend. So coming down to your bottom. And remember, when doing exercises, take all relevant precautions, seek medical advice where needs be. So laying down on your back, you're going to bring the hands behind your head, let your head be supported by your hands. Bringing the feet up and now pressing the back down, you're going to bring the knees up to your chest and the elbows to the outside of your knee and you're going to crunch up into a ball. So let's go up there. So crunch up, bum comes off the floor and now extend the feet away from you and come down with your head, elbows wide. Crunch up into a ball and extend the feet away from you and the arms come wide, head down, back down, tummy tight. Crunch up into a ball. Push away, laying down, back stays flat. Number 4, crunch up into a ball and then push those feet out, head down, elbows wide, chin off your chest, crunch up into a ball and away you go. Number 6 and away, 2 more times. 7, crunch into the ball. Push the legs out and away, and 1 more time, and number 8, and push away. And now place the feet on the floor, knees bent, elbows stay wide, chin off your chest, into your 5 crunch ups. Up you come, down and breathe in, crunch up, and come down. Number 3, and down and breathe in. Number 4, remember, elbows stay wide, back down, tummy in. And number 5, and coming down. And then just rolling over onto your hands and knees. You're now going to go into the 30-second plank. You've either got the elbow option, the knee option, or you can now come up to your toes. You choose which you're going to do. So remember, your bottom is down, your pelvis is tilted, and off we go. So 30 seconds is what we're doing in this plank hold. Make sure you do keep breathing. Tummy is pulled in, so you've got that belt just tightening around your waist. Head remaining neutral. Don't let your back dip. Last 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And steadily down to the knees. Coming back over onto your bottom. We're now going into your 6 bicycle twists. So heels above your knees. Back down into the floor. Elbow and knee on the opposite side. Come together, elbow and heel down towards the floor on the other side. Come back to the start position. Across you go, number 2. And come back to the start position. And twist across, number 3. And coming back to the start position. Number 4, across and twist, feel that rotation. Keep the back down, won't you, when you come back to that centre. 5, and coming back and down, and number 6. And in you go. So next one coming up from there is going to be your 4 spider planks. So coming over, back onto your hands and knees. So hands slightly wider than your shoulders, wrists out, hands slightly in. Remember, the kneeling version is hips forward of your knees and then bringing it up. Or if you are now going up to the toes and then just bring your feet under your hips in the distance. Now tilting the pelvis forward. Bend out the elbows and bring the knee and foot up to the side of you. Let's go. So 1 and come back. 2 and back, 3 and push back, and last one, 4 and push back. And from the spider planks you're going into the Russian twists. So coming back over onto your bottom. Option 1 is to have your feet on the floor. Option 2 is to have your feet off the floor. Choose which one you're doing. Remember, leaning back, but make sure there's no backache. Tummy's pulled in and now you look forward. So across we go with the weight or the beans. So 1 and across, 2 and across. Make sure you breathe as you go across. Shoulder, 4 and across. Coming across your body, 5. Try and get that shoulder under your chin. 6 and back. 7, and back, and the weight coming hip to hip, 8, and back, and in the centre, and down we go. And now from the Russian twist into your reverse crunches. So cross the feet over, you're going to push the heels up into the air, you're going to push hips off the floor. Hands beside you, back down tummy tight. Remember your hands can be under your bottom. So slight sway of the feet, pushing up. Slight sway of your feet, push up. Slight sway of your feet, pushing up, back down tummy tight, and pushing up, keep the abs pulled in. And then from the reverse crunches, you're now going to extend the legs to go into the leg raises. So head down, back down tummy tight, and then carefully picking the feet up off the floor. Keep that back down and the tummy pulled in, and then extend away, and don't let that back arch off the floor. Try hover, and then you're coming back up. Remember, you can have one foot on the floor, one knee bent, and do 2 on each side. 3, keep the abs down, won't you? Tummy pulled in all the time. Breathe in as well. And number 4 coming up. Number 4. And steadily down, all the way down. Pause at the bottom and release. And from that one, we're going over now into your 6 hip dips. Bring the elbows beneath the shoulders again. And remember the kneeling option, you can rotate, but keep the elbow forward. But into the full version now, so up onto your toes, feet slightly wider than your shoulders, bum down, and off we go. So twist and rotate, bring the hip down, tummy pulled in. Head and elbows stay on the floor, and over to the other side, 2. Pushing up, rotate, tummy stays pulled in, 3. Rising up, using the hip, using the abs, 4, and twist. And coming back up, 5, down and twist. Rising back up, and the last one, 6. Coming up, and steadily down to your knees. So from your hip dips, we're now going to go into the 15-second opposite hand and leg raise. So bring your hands beneath your shoulders, your knees beneath your hips. Extend one arm in front of you. Take the opposite leg away from your body. So now point your fingers away, point your toes away, tummy pulled in, and we have got 15 seconds on the clock. Let's go. So again, keeping the tummy pulled in towards your spine. Breathe in naturally. And let your head be neutral. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Extend the other arm in alignment with your ear as best you can. Extend the other leg away from your body. Point your finger, point your toe, and let's go with that 15 seconds on the clock. Off we go. And again, remember, keep the tummy pulled in. Just let your eyes focus on something in front of you to help with your balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hand down and bring the knee in. So from there, we're going into your press-ups or push-ups. So bring the hands again wider than your shoulders. Rotate out your wrists and hands just turning slightly. This is the kneeling version, remember, your hips forward of your knees, but if you can, up onto the toes now. So again, don't let your back dip, but do tilt that pelvis forward, head in alignment with your spine, and off we go with the 5 push-ups. So coming down and pushing up. Tummy remaining pulled in. 2. And push up. Elbows out wide. 3. And push up. Shoulder blades come together. 4. And push. And one more time. 5. And push. Brilliant. And then from that exercise, we're going to go into the alternate leg extensions. So turning over onto the bottom again. In this one, this is where you lay down. Your back is flat, push your hips slightly forward of your knees, hands beside you. And now extend one heel down to the floor. So heel tap and rise up. Just hover that foot off the floor and up. And number 3, coming down and rising up. And number 4, back down to me tight, guys. Breathing, 5 and up. 6. Feel that that challenge as your back is wanting to arch, as you extend that leg. 7, rising up, and number 8, and coming up. Well done. So feet coming down. So from there, we're now going to go into your frog crunches. Take the feet towards each other, so the soles of your feet together, knees coming apart, hands come behind your head to support your head. Remember now, you're going to extend the legs, bring the feet and knees together, and then crunch up high. Off we go. So elbows wide, chin off your chest, crunch and extend. And knees come out wide, feet together. And again, push, feet side by side, knees together. Come down and breathe in. Knees out wide. Push away, 3. Come down and breathe in. Elbows wide, chin off your chest. And one more time, number 4. And coming down, breathing in. And from the frog crunches into the up twist back and down. So feet flat, knees bent, off we go. So crunch up, rotate to the side, back to the crunch and down to the start position. Crunch up, rotate to the other side, come back and come down. Number 3, twist, back, keep your back flat, really resist it. 4, twist, back, 4 more like this. Crunch up, rotate, try to get the elbow down towards the floor. 6, twist, back and down. 7, twist, you're doing great. Breathing in as you come down, and 8, and twist, come back and down. So from there, we're now going on to your your hip bridge. So elbow now comes beneath your shoulder. So get that RSJ into play. Remember, you can have your knee bent for this one, coming up with your hip, or you can extend the legs now. So feet coming up to the side of you, pushing the hip really high up off the floor, tummy pulled in, and now we've got that 15 seconds on the clock. Off we go. So remember, tummy pulled in, shoulder in alignment with your shoulder, hip in alignment with your hip, tummy in, breathing into the upper rib cage, but do keep that hip high. 3, 2, 1, and steadily down. Across to the other side we go. Elbow beneath your shoulder, knee bent, coming up, or knee out straight, choosing whichever you're going to do. So up we go. Remember now, hip in alignment with your hip, shoulder in alignment with your shoulder, tummy in, and 15 seconds on the clock. Remember, keep that hip high all the time. Do keep breathing into that upper rib cage. 4, 3, 2, 1, and carefully coming back down. Now rotating back over onto your bottom, we're now going into the laying toe taps. Crossing the feet over one another, laying down so your spine is on the floor. Hands now come behind your head. Reach up and over with one arm and the other elbow coming towards the floor, pushing up high with the hand to touch the toe. Coming down and breathing in, reach up and push across. Coming down and breathing in. And again, push over and across. 3. Really keep the hip down, won't you? Number 4. And come down. Up and push. 5. Down and breathe in. Number 6. Down and breathe in. Number 7. Down and breathe in. And pushing up across. 8. And coming down. Bringing the feet down now. So bring the knees toward each other. Bring the feet slightly wider and toward your bottom. Hands initially support your head, back down tummy tight, shoulders and head off the floor. Hand comes beside your palm facing up and into the side bends we go. So crunch down to do the ankle tap and coming up and across a go again. 2 and back up to the start position. 3 and back. Push and squeeze and back. Number 5. Really push as hard as you can. 6 and back. Belly in. 7 and back, and 8 and change. Hand comes behind your head, other hand comes out to the side of you. Off we go. So cross and squish and back to the start. Number 2 and back. Really feel that rib and hip getting squashed together as best you can. Tummy remaining pulled in. Breathe in as you get back to the centre. 5, and come back. 6, and back. 7, one more time, and 8, and back. Extend one leg, extend the other leg, feet wider than your shoulders, hands now wider than your arms, hands wider than your shoulders, and then up and twist in this version. Remember, the easier option is doing that version. Off we go though. Up, twist, back, drop down, and up, rotate, come back and down. Keep your back down as you lay down on that floor, won't you? And 4, twist, back and come down. 5, twist, come back and come down. 6, twist, really feel that upper body getting that rotation. 7, big twist, back one more time like this, and number 8, twist, back and down. Brilliant. So now from there we're going to go into the plank twists. So over onto the front we go. So remember, in the plank twist you've got the kneeling version. So what you've got is your knees are wider and then you just rotate to the side like so. But not if you're going in the harder option now, up onto the toes now, feet wider than your shoulders, hands slightly wider than your shoulders. Again, wrists turned out fractionally and your hands turned in slightly. And again, bum down, pelvis forward. Off we go. So rotate, hip stays high, come back to the centre. Rotate, allow the feet to roll over side to side, like we did in the hip dips. Rotate, rise to the side, keep the hip high, as we did in the hip bridge. Number 4, twist, arm comes up, hip stays high. Rotate, feet coming over, tummy pulled in, keep breathing. 6, and across. 7, and across. And last one, number 8, and across. Back to the centre and bring the knees down. So from there, we're now going to go into your sit-ups. So again, back onto your bottom. So from here, the heels are down, your toes are lifted a little bit. Laying down, hands behind your head, back down, engage the abdominals, and now the elbows come slightly forward, and now coming up into that big crunch up, into that big sit up, and get your elbows on the outside of your knees if you can. Remember, you can use the sofa to put your feet under for this one. Have somebody holding onto your toes to help you come up if you can't get your feet under the sofa. And rolling it down. That's nice breathing. Feel that vertebrae roll down. And crunch up, sit up. Nearly there. And again, up. Steadily down. And one more time. Steadily up. And steadily down. Rolling it back. Brilliant. Okay, so from there you're now going to go to the alternate leg extension with the skull crusher. So this is where you need your tin of beans or your dumbbells for this one. So in this one, a bit of coordination, remember? So heels off the floor, back down, knees bent, hands now come up straight. Your shoulders to the elbows stay still and the wrist down to the elbow does the movement, coming either side of your ear, okay? Leg extends away, off we go. So heel down and hands to the ear, push back up. And naturally, we have to keep the back down and the tummy pulled in, as well as keep breathing. And number 3, and pushing up. And number 4, back down, tummy tight, keep telling yourself, keep breathing. And 5 coming down, rising up. Resist your back from arching up, 6, and up, 7, and rising up, last one, and number 8, and rising up. Feet come down, arms come down beside you. And then going into the plank abductions. So remember, in the plank abductions, you've got the easier or the harder options. The easier plank abductions is where you're down on your elbows and you can bring the knee out to the side of you alternately. You can be in the harder option where you're on your toes and then you're bringing it out a bit further, or on the hardest option now to bring both feet out and in together. Choose your option, off you go if you're on the slower ones. In the meantime, feet together, jump out and in for the last 8. Let's go. So 1 and in, 2 in, 3 in, tummy tight, 4 in, 5 in, 6 in, 7 in, 8 in, and bring the knees down. Sit back in your heel and just let that tension out of your back. Coming up to your knees and giving yourself a round of applause. So day 22 done. So brilliant work, guys. So again, keep the feedback coming. Any issues, do let me know and I'll give you the feedback. I'll give you the various options and I'll see you tomorrow for day 23. Thanks for joining in. See you then. Love, Maggie. Bye.